ultimate self-care routine video if I didn't show you my skincare routine. So we're gonna start off with my morning skincare. So I've already washed my face in the shower. Let me show you what I use. La Roche-Posay foaming cleanser. This is what I use. Next step is to tone my face. I use this one by FAQS. This is the coconut water witch hazel facial toner. Alcohol free, of course. Then I put on some moisturizer. So I did have the matching moisturizer. It was a La Roche-Posay, but it was a really tiny bottle. It was like this size and it was $20 and it didn't last long. So I'm like, let me just go back to Cetaphil. This was less than $20 and this lasts me, 8 months. It lasts me a long time and it's pretty big and a little bit goes a long way. So I'm gonna use my Cetaphil. This is for dry to normal sensitive skin. Not really for my skin type. I'm using retinol. It's probably good if I have like extra moisturizing lotion, but my skin type is oily. And now for sunscreen, I am using the Black Girl Sunscreen 30 SPF. It's for the face and body. I love this because it's not too oily. There's no white cast, which is very important to me. My previous one, at first there was no white cast, but after a while I started noticing it. I'm like, I cannot walk around like that. So I just pat that and that's it. Okay, so this is my first time using the Heatless Curl Majiggy. I don't know what you call this, but I've seen it all over YouTube short. And I did it last night and this will be my first time seeing the results. I'm so excited. But I cannot curl my hair to save my life. I'll be like, oh, my hair to be curly, you know. I get my straightener, plug it in. I'm like, I'm ready. And after 2 sections, I just don't have the patience. The curls are not looking right. They're not holding. You have to do it all around your hair. No. I know some people, they'll curl their hair with an actual curling one and they'll pin it. Who has time for that? I don't have time for that. So I'm hoping that this looks good. I'm like, please don't be ugly. I'm like, please don't be ugly. Please don't be ugly. Please don't be ugly. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's looking all right. Let's brush this out a bit. Okay, these curls are really tight. I think I would prefer looser curls, but this is not bad. OMG, wow, this actually really worked. Wow. Yeah, I think I would have liked the curls to be a little looser. Just have to change up the technique. Let's do the front. Okay, now it's time to make some breakfast. Guys, I want to take some time to read. I do read during the weekdays, but not as often as I would like, and today's a Sunday and it's a perfect time to read because I'm supposed to be doing things that will make me happy and I like reading. So I am reading this book called Holly by Stephen King. It's a crime book, but it's fictional. My goal is to finish this book by the end of Q1 and I am on track to do that so far. So I'm gonna set a timer on my phone. Let me grab my phone really quick. So I'm gonna set a timer on my phone for an hour and I'm just gonna read. No distractions. I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb and I'm just gonna enjoy reading. I'm going to take my iPad and write down my to-do list for this upcoming week because it's all up in my head and I want to write it out. I ordered some food. It's self-care day, okay? I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning up the kitchen. So I ordered some vegan fish tacos. Now it's very hard to replicate fish, so I'm hoping this turns out well because I paid for it. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see. And then I ordered some chicken tacos and then a rice bowl. My husband and I will share everything and grab a little bit here and there. But yeah, I want to try out this taco place. I'm just gonna open up GoodNotes and write down my weekly planner. This is what the food looks like. You got a rice bowl. I think this is chicken. Looks good. And then here are the tacos. So we got 2 vegan fish tacos and then 2 chicken tacos. And it smells delicious. I'm actually happy that I got more than the tacos because this is like my lunch / dinner. I just went out and got a smoothie from Tropical Cafe. I got a acai berry boost smoothie with half sugar and it tastes so good. Sometimes I don't feel like having actual dinner, so I'll have something small like a smoothie and I'm good to go because these are like 400 or 500 calories. Okay guys, it is 7:55 p.m. It is time to get ready for bed and I'm going to start by doing my hair. It's gonna be my hair care routine. Now I do want to put some Jamaican black castor oil on my hair. So I'm gonna do that first. These curls are so pretty. They're so nice. So I'm gonna continue using this heatless curl tool. Just gonna rub that on my hair and on the hair itself. So I'm going to take the first one, comb it. And just add the last bit. Now if you want really tight curls, you could just kind of like scoop it up a little bit like that. Make sure it's tight. Go like this. And then what I like to do is, because I like to sleep on my side and this disturbs me, I just tie off the ends like this. Just like that. And boom, I just take it off in the morning. Just make sure everything is neat. Just gonna brush it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my headband so my hair doesn't get wet. Whew, there's a lot going on here. And before I do my skincare routine, I always like to wash my hands. So I'm gonna do that right now. Now, if I have makeup on, the first thing I do is remove my makeup with my cellar water. Use my cotton pad. And then I put these wristbands on I got from Amazon because I hate when the water drips down my elbow. Oh, such an uncomfortable feeling. Got my wristband on. So in the morning, I use my La Roche-Posay soap, but at night, I like to use this antibacterial soap, which helps me with my skin. I'm gonna use my toner that I used in the morning. Okay, now because this is a self-care video, I have to do a mask. I mean, you gotta do masks when you're doing self-care. So I got these 2 masks in Japan. This one's a Vaseline one, this one's a tea tree oil one, and I think I want to try the tea tree oil one. Let's see. So this is a sheet mask, and I leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes. That's all I see here. Everything else is in Japanese, but I see 10 to 15 minutes, so that's really about it. Now, while I have this on my face, I'm gonna answer some questions that you guys had for me. Okay, so I asked you guys to put in some questions on my community post, and I am going to answer them for you today. So number one, what are some countries on your 2024 bucket list? Okay, South Korea, because I love Korean food. Sometimes I do choose countries based on the food that I like. That's why I went to Japan. That's one of the reasons why I went to Japan. Bali, Thailand. I would love to go to an elephant sanctuary and feed elephants. Oh gosh, that would be so cool. Recently, I've been watching a couple of videos on Kenya, and I've seen people feeding giraffes. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So Kenya's on my list. A South American country would be nice, like Peru or Guatemala. That would be great because I have not been to South America, but those are the few places I have on my 2024 bucket list. So the second question was, what was your worst travel experience? My worst travel experience? Let me think. Okay, I really haven't had any bad experiences traveling out the country, but I do remember this situation in Japan. We were eating at a place called Samurai in Shinjuku, and I was eating my food, and I had my camera turned on, and I was filming me eating, and this lady comes in. Mind you, there's no employees. Maybe there are employees upstairs, but there's no one on the floor that we're at. She comes in, and I notice her. Okay, she just sits down. I'm like, okay, and we're the only ones at this restaurant. She comes over and she just starts speaking in Japanese. She's like this, and I'm like, okay, let me see my food. I don't know what's going on. And then she leans in a little closer and she continues to speak in Japanese, and I have no idea what she wants. And it seems like she's asking a question because she'll say something and then she'll just pause. And I'll shake my head. I'm like this. Like, no, ma'am. She walks away. She comes back and she's still speaking in Japanese. We don't know what she wants. We're like, okay, what is going on? This is so weird. I'm like, oh my gosh. An employee comes back and he is speaking to her in Japanese, probably telling her to leave. Like, no. He points to the door. She doesn't want to leave. And I don't know what he's saying. He doesn't speak English. So finally, he leaves the restaurant. I'm like, oh my gosh, like we don't want to be in here with her. Like, we're the only ones there. I'm like, oh gosh. So then he walks out the door. So now we're left with her. We're like, I don't know what is going on. Like, oh my gosh. He comes back with someone else. I think a person from the restaurant next door, because they speak English. And she speaks Japanese, and she was saying something to her, and she was like, no. The lady eventually leaves, and the lady's like, sorry, she's mad. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, which means that she's crazy. So that was the only interesting experience that I had. It wasn't that bad, but I was like, I don't know what to do right now. And if she starts, like, what if she grabs my camera, or what if she, I don't know, touches us or something? Like, I don't know. So yeah, that was one experience that I had. I didn't talk about it in my Japanese video because I would go back to Japan again. I think it wasn't like a location issue. It was just that lady. I don't know what she was going through. Okay, I'm new to the Dallas area. Maybe post some fun things you found to do around the city, free and low cost. Ooh, okay, free. Okay, so there's an area called Legacy West. It's like the Beverly Hills of Dallas-Fort Worth. And it's a really nice area. You can like walk around. They have a lot of restaurants, expensive stores like Gucci, Tiffany & Co. So it's a really nice place to walk around with friends. But they also have something called Legacy Food Hall. And it's basically like Reading Terminal in Philly, where there's a building with several little restaurants indoors. And then there's seating outside, and they have tons of free events. Like, I've gone to their square dancing event. I've gone to a bingo night. They have so many free events online. So you just go to like legacyfoodhall.com. You'll see all their free events, and they have a lot of events each month. Similarly, there's this place called Boardwalk in Plano. They sometimes have like free events, like pop-up shops. They'll have musicians play. That's always nice. Grandscape has lots of events as well, just like Legacy Food Hall. If you go on grandscape.com, there are free events every season. They always have something going on. During Christmas, they had like a Nutcracker event that I went to. They have so many free events. I'm trying to think what else. There's Trunk Yard. And then my friend uses meetup.com, and she'll, you know, change the location to Dallas-Fort Worth, and you can see so many free events. So I recommend like Eventbrite or meetup.com. Let me see, if you're looking for low cost events, I would just go to, there's this website to find free events in Dallas. I'm trying to look at the website now. I've used it before. Oh, okay, it's called visitdallas.com, and it'll show you like the best free events that are happening like each weekend. Yeah, they have like so many free events here. It's visitdallas.com. And then I've gone to the Museum of Art. That one was pretty cheap. I think it was maybe $9 or $10. I can't remember the price, but I went there twice, so that's how you know it's not too expensive. Those are the few places that come to mind, but there's a lot of free events on meetup.com. I've been in Dallas for maybe 3 years, and I feel like there's always something to do in Dallas-Fort Worth, and you don't have to spend too much money. And there's also this place in downtown Dallas called Clyde Warren Park. They also have free events. I've gone to 2 free events there. It was like a performing arts event, and they had people from all over Dallas perform, and that was so nice. If you are a Dallas native, definitely add some recommendations in the comment section. And then this person also asked for tips for a new YouTuber. Okay, let me think of some general tips. I would say if you want to start a YouTube channel, start today. You know, come up with a plan, figure out why you want to create a YouTube channel, what's the purpose of your channel, find a niche, do a lot of research, because you don't want to just like upload videos, just random videos. I know some people are like, just get started, but you need a strategy, right? You also do want to make sure that your YouTube videos are searchable. So keywords, CEO, definitely look into that, because that is super important. That is how people are going to find your videos, is by your keywords, your tags. So that's important to look into. As your analytics when you start. When I first started, I didn't use my analytics, and I couldn't understand why people weren't watching my videos or for a longer period of time. And I was like, I don't know why. Well, I should have looked at my analytics, because there's a lot of great information. So once you start creating videos, look and see how long people are watching your videos. Look and see where people stop and how you can improve. Of course, this is always a must. Be consistent. You know, realistically, if you can only upload once a week, then do that, and then gradually increase it. Just know that it is not too late to create a YouTube channel. I had one back in college, but I got overwhelmed because it was my junior year and I was a resident assistant, so I stopped. I wish I never did. And then when I moved to Dallas, I was like, oh gosh, I miss YouTube. I want to do it again. And fast forward now, a year later, I have a little over 1,000 subscribers, and I didn't even think I could even get 100. So don't give up. If it's something you want, then go ahead and do it. Okay, the last question is, any tips on how to balance a full-time job with a side hobby? Yeah, sometimes it is difficult when you work a 9 to 5. I make sure that when I leave work, I'm done with work. I try not to log back in. There are a couple of times where I'm problem solving and it's lasting 3 days and I can't figure out this issue, and I'm tempted to log on, but I try not to. So nowadays I just don't log on. Like, once I'm done with work, I'm done with it. And then from like 5 to 9 p.m. is when I have time to do like all my YouTube stuff, and now I have my travel Instagram account. I'm very realistic with my goals for YouTube and Instagram. Like for Instagram, my goal is to upload, 3 times a week. That's all that I can do. Some people say, oh, it's best to upload 5 times a week to get seen, but I have other things going on. So that's how I balance. I'm realistic with my goals and expectations, and I plan a lot. I plan. I know what videos I need to film for the next 3 weeks. I already have that planned. I try not to be at a point where it's like every free time I get, I'm editing or I'm filming. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to have time for myself. I want to have time to relax and all that. And I have time for family and friends. So if I need to do some YouTube stuff, I cap it at maybe like 3 hours in one day. I don't want to spend like the whole entire day doing YouTube because I don't, you know, I haven't done anything for myself or I haven't relaxed and I only get 2 weekends off, you know, so because then I don't have time for myself, I don't have time to relax, and that's what I should be doing on a weekend. So that's how I balance it. It's time to remove this mask, I think. Stuff. Normally I would just rub that in, but I have to put some vitamin A on my skin. Forgot to mention, sometimes I do put a little bit of Vaseline under my eyes and around my nose because it kind of gets flaky sometimes because it's cold outside. And then I cannot go to sleep without moisturizing my lips. Ugh, oh my gosh. And my hands too. Like, I don't know, something about it just bothers me. I don't know. Comment down below if you relate, but my hands have to be moisturized as well as my lips before I lay in bed. Okay, I'm all set for bed.